lifeguard.
There we go.
It's 5:30, let's see if we can't get started.
For the white sandy beach.
Would you please take
I
attendance?
thought it's colder.
Sure, Mr. Chairman. Clay is excused. Camiso?
Here.
Beston? Here. Demolowitz?
Here.
Epicoro?
Here.
Ethier?
Here.
Ward?
Here.
Collins?
Here.
And Lockhart?
Here.
You have a quorum.
Okay.
First item is approving the previous meeting minutes.
Make a motion.
And a motion by Gil, second by Gary. Those in favor? Anyone opposed?
Item 2 is amending the 2024 Sheriff's Office budget for a commander position. Sheriff?
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. This is budget neutral. I'm merging two positions. It's actually a small return to the county, creating a supervisor position who is going to oversee all of our background investigations, pistol permit investigations, and then all the miscellaneous duties that come out of headquarters.
Any questions? We have a
Make a motion, I
motion.
guess.
Second. Those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Item 3 is authorizing the submission of a grant application to and an agreement with the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services regarding the 2024-2025 Law Enforcement Technology Program.
This is a carve out of actually the next RLA, which is 355,000. This is 308,000 of the 355 to purchase Axon in-car cameras, fleet through cameras. They sync with the body cameras, and these are permanently mounted in the car. But everything the officer has now will be recorded. He pulls up on a scene, the camera catches it on him, the camera catches it on the car. That's all. It's state funding that was part of the LE Tech grant, no cost to the county.
We have a motion.
Motion.
Sean? Beston? Those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Great.
All right, I think that was item 4. So item 3 is authorizing the submission of a grant application to and an agreement with DCJS regarding the Law Enforcement Technology Program.
This is the full 355 from the LE Tech grant that we applied for last year. The governor fully funded us, and that's where those cameras are coming in, some more body cameras.
We have a motion.
Motion.
Those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Unanimous.
Item 5 is authorizing an agreement with Samyak Solutions regarding the purchase of handheld Raman spectrometer units.
So this is one of those crazy state grants from 2021 that we're just getting the funding for. The handheld spectrometers for our hazmat units, $163,000. It allows us in the field to test chemicals, drugs, whatever the case may be, give us an instant readout if we're safe.
Make a motion.
Motion by Gil, second by Mr. Beston. Those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Item 6 is authorizing the submission of a grant application to the United States Department of Justice Bureau of Justice Assistance regarding reimbursement for the incarceration of criminal aliens.
This is our annual grant application for SCAP. It's not a lot of money, but it's some. It's usually around $25,000 to $28,000.
Any questions?
Make a motion.
Motion. Motion by Sean, second by Gil. Those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Item 7 is amending resolution number 377 for 2022 regarding the 2022 Domestic Terrorism Prevention Grant and amending the 2024 Sheriff's Office budget.
So this is, we receive funds to augment our TAC team, our Threat Assessment Coordination Team. This grant is for that team. We're looking to move 11.5 over just to help us administer the team in general.
Questions? Motion. We have a motion. Second. Those in favor? Anyone opposed? Kate?
Item 8 is authorizing the submission of a grant application to and an agreement with the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services regarding the 2024 Gun and Violence Elimination Grant and amending the 2024 Sheriff's Office budget.
Last year was our first application to the GIVE grant in the county. We received roughly $225,000. We asked, because of our increased involvement in the city of Albany, that we get a significant increase. They agreed. We got $375,000 this year to offset the costs of helping out the city.
Questions?
Make a motion.
Sheriff, given this question particularly, can you give us a little update how things are going in the city of Albany?
Yeah, not good.
Thank you.
Think about that. Speak your mind, Sheriff.
We appreciate your honesty.
No, I'll tell you what, I have a lot of people assigned down there. I have some investigators. We're going to see an RLA in a minute, changing some of the positions. But listen, it's going, I think our guys, the men and women that are assigned down there are doing a fabulous job. They're out tonight. We're working with parole. They're out. One half of them is out working with DMV, targeting the dirt bikes, targeting all the unregistered and stolen cars, and the parolees, a lot of them that are committing the crimes are cutting the bracelets and taking off. So we're doing some home checks tonight. And, listen, it's like I was talking with Legislator Ward, we're kind of going back old school, we're changing things up a bit. But we've had some tremendous results. We've got handguns, drugs, or just nonstop, warrants, you name it. And again, we're also there to help Albany back up on calls, and of course, they've been backing our guys up. So it's working out, we can't seem to get a grip on all the violence yet. We've had a lot of shootings and a lot of murders and a lot of stabbings, and we try to switch our shifts up, but I can only ask them to do so much. I've got to bounce it off the walls, but they're doing a fabulous job.
And you're still covering the rest of the county?
Oh yeah. We haven't. I've pulled some people, reassigned some people out to move them down here, but nobody is being short, so to speak, as a result of what we're doing here.
How, in relation to the costs and stuff, how you doing with getting reimbursed from the city of Albany?
So far, I think we're up to zero.
Okay. And just one other question about money. You charge, when deputies come on, especially when they come from another department, right? They lateral transfers?
Yes.
And they agree to stay for a certain amount of time, or else you charge?
Well, when we hire
Can you tell me how that works in Northern Clear?
there's a law out there that allows us to build. It's not for people coming in; it's for people going out.
Right.
So if someone leaves the sheriff's office that just graduated the academy,
Right.
and let's say you can't say Colony because they don't take laterals, but Gilderland, they go to Gilderland.
Yeah.
A good number would be we would bill the town of Gilderland about $16,800 to cover the cost of what we paid out in training. It only covers a mere percentage of what it actually costs, but it's something.
Right.
And we've been doing that for years. We've been charging them back. As you stay, each year, it goes down and down and down, where I personally believe it should reverse, because now you've got all that training and all that institutional knowledge, and now we're losing you after 3 years. So, but after 3 years, we get nothing.
And the cost is directly to the municipality, not to the officer?
Correct. There's some chiefs that try to do side agreements and contracts and things, but they have not been held up constitutional yet.
Okay.
So.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Do we have?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I saw you in an interview with the chief of Albany. It was really interesting. But I thought you said you have 18 sheriffs on a daily basis in the
Yes.
city? How can we possibly afford that, given that Albany's not pitching in?
It's all budgeted deputies. I've just reallocated my
Just a
resources.
realignment
Yeah.
from other places in the county, that has to be, right?
Oh, yeah, but I mean, I have mandatory minimums at all our stations. We're not running low. Sometimes there are overtime this time of year because of, a lot of times there's overtime because of vacations and things like that, especially at this point in time. But, yeah, and sometimes I'll have to send these guys back out. Like the other night, I had to strip them out. We had a search going on, and we needed bodies. So I told them, it's not like they can't leave here. We're not under contract with anybody.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they're down here.
Thanks, Sheriff. Thank you.
Gary?
So Sheriff, there's no other areas in the county that's being neglected because of the officers in Albany.
Absolutely.
Everything's covered 100%.
100%.
And as a representative of the city, we appreciate your time and your men 100%. In fact, I saw one at Western Quail on my way down. So, and they're out there, and they're doing a great job. They're doing a fabulous job. All this crime stuff, may start in the city, but it trickles out into Gilderland, Colony, all over, So if the mayor, if the sheriff can cut it in the bud in the city, it makes a tremendous impact on the whole county. And I just let you know, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
We do see in the building. It's right where they were.
So, let's follow, before I ask my question, the legislation that we did for residents to register cameras, we are okay with that.
I don't know, I'd have to check with your office. I haven't heard anything on it in quite a few months, actually. That was with you and Sam, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. My next question, previously when we spoke with you and then spoke with the DSRS, there was like an issue with raise the age and judges not having discretion when it comes to, releasing offenders and stuff like that, or bail reform and all that stuff. But then I think Governor Hochul did some amendments to that legislation to allow judges to have discretion on.
Well, they allowed in additional criteria. It's not automatic. It would be if you were wanted, multiple offenders of the same crime, things like that. That's allowed in. That really doesn't have much to do with raise the age. The problems that the DA and certainly myself have with raise the age is that some of these cases are being held down in family court, and they really should be held right over here at the Justice Center. I mean, you've got young individuals running around with handguns like there's no tomorrow. In fact, right outside of probation, just 2 weeks ago, we had a 13-year-old with a handgun. So, I mean, that's probably a poor example because that wouldn't go over to David anyway. That would stay down there. But when you have most of the shootings that are occurring are young individuals and they're being held down in family court or getting caught with guns, not even a shooting, and the case is staying down there. We need to be more strict with our gun crimes because a pat on the fanny is not cutting it. And there's guns all over this city. And I mean, they're not like old rusty revolvers like, we were finding back in the 90s. These are, ghost guns, jacked up 9mm with Glock switches that make it automatic. I mean, they're out there. It's not just New York City that has this issue.
So you think raise the age is still the issue?
Raise the age is a huge issue. I mean, bail reform still needs some tweaks too, but I think it's been pretty evident by the silence coming out of, the legislative buildings that they're not going to do anything with it. But raise the age really needs to be looked at. The DAs need to have the authority to prosecute some of these cases and not be held down there.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Do I have a motion? Motion by Bob, second by Gary. Those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
Item 9 is amending the 2024 Sheriff's Office budget for personnel adjustments.
So I hate to come to you with all these adjustments mid-year, but I really didn't want to wait till January to have this occur. Again, this is a budget neutral. What this is I'm bringing back the position of corporal, which is a position we haven't used since probably 1988, 89. John Bancino, I think, was our last corporal here. But it's always been in the Teamsters contract, and it's a first-line supervisory position, falls just underneath the sergeant, gives them a little bit more money, but also some supervisory duties. And I thought it would be necessary with the amount of young staff I have and the amount of staff I have down here in the city.
Questions?
Make a motion.
Motion, second. Those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Again, pass.
That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank God you said, thank you.
Take your time driving up to the city.
I'll get you, you know what I'll do is next month when I come, I'll bring you a breakdown of our stats for the details, so you have a good idea where we are. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Item 10 is authorizing an agreement with the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services regarding the Gun-Involved Violence Elimination Grant. Director Connors is here this evening.
Hello, good evening, everyone. This is actually part of Sheriff Apple's original authorizations. We're part of that same grant, Gun-Involved Violence Elimination, called GIVE. The probation department will receive $372,000 from DCJS for our support and participation. It will pay for 3.5 probation staff who will provide investigation and supervision of persons convicted and involved with guns. Our partners will include the sheriff, the Albany Police, Albany County District Attorney, New York State DCJS. We've had this grant for several years. Any questions?
No questions? Do we have a motion? Motion second. Sean, those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed?
Item 11 is authorizing an agreement with St. Anne Institute regarding respite services for probation raise the age youth.
This is a contract, our second year with this contract. This contract is supported by Raise the Age funding, 100% reimbursement. This is actually the second of the 3-year renewable contract with St. Anne's. Respite is used as an alternative for detention when not possible for the youth to return home. The contract is for $183,000. St. Anne's is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week facility that can serve several of our youth at once. They have nowhere to go.
Yes,
Question?
sure.
Director, pretty familiar with St. Anne's. Is this contract, this program, just for females?
It's for anyone, male or female.
The St. Anne's traditionally has always been,
Yeah, this is a separate wing there. This is Houston. This is not part of the regular residential area.
okay, so I know, I didn't catch it last year, but this is the second year, right?
It's originally contract, 3-year contract, renewed up to 3 years. This is the second year. This is a separate wing that they established there for just this. They don't have contact with the other children that reside in the
Not
residential
during,
facility.
not during school, you know, that they do on campus or meals or anything totally,
Well, they may use some of the services from St. Anne's, but they would have no contact with the youth there.
not what with the other residents. And they're very different populations, and I just was concerned
It's
about that.
temporary housing. I think it would be up to 14 to 21 days to reestablish youth, find some supportive living, other living arrangements for him.
Can you tell me how many children were in the program last year? How many went through?
It wasn't a lot. I think it was less than 10.
Okay.
And it's only used as an alternative when there's nowhere else to go. We put all emphasis on returning the child to their home
Right.
or somewhere that the parent approves.
Okay. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Any other questions? Seeing that there are none, those in favor? Anyone against? Oh, motion first.
Motion.
Motion by Gil, second by Patricia. Those in favor? Anyone opposed? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
12.
Item 12 is authorizing the submission of a grant application to the New York State Division of Homeland Security and Emergency Services regarding the state homeland security and state law enforcement terrorism prevention programs. Someone from Management and Budget is here for this?
Sorry, I thought someone else was presenting this one.
This is good.
It's been here a while. It's been here a while.
I'm sorry.
Frank, this is a grant, right? State grant, just, is it a renewal of the new one?
Don't know, we're gonna find out.
Do you know which page number? It's 100%.
I don't think he knows.
I don't.
Just vote.
It's the one on behalf of the Sheriff's Office, Department of Health, and
100,000?
no, it's 945,000.
945,000?
It's a
Motion moved.
$1 million.
We're not gonna leave 900,000 on the table.
100% federal grant.
Gotcha. Yeah, so this is simply, as stated previously, to authorization to apply for, as Legislator Ward was saying, 945,000, 871,000 from additions. This is going to County Department of Health, County Sheriff, and FDIS.
There you go. Motion.
Do we have a motion? Any questions first? No questions? Okay, Gary, Bob? Those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Sorry about that confusion, thank you very much.
Nice $1 million.
All right, item 13 is authorizing an agreement with the Capital Region Workforce Development Board regarding job readiness training for individuals released from the Albany County Correctional Facility and clients of the Sheriff's Homeless Improvement Program.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Lapazio, with the County Exec's Office. This is a contract authorization between Albany County and the Capital Region Workforce Development Board. It is a one-year contract for $137,500, and it provides job readiness training to individuals being released from Albany County Correctional Facility, as well as clients from the Sheriff's Homeless Improvement Program.
Any questions? Patty?
Where does the program take place? Where do they do this training and so forth?
It'll be in-house at
At the
the,
jail?
both actually. The Capital Region Workforce Development Board and also at the jail.
Where is that? Where is the Capital Region?
I think it's on
I'm just not familiar with that.
Central Avenue.
Pardon?
Central Avenue.
Oh, Lower Central? Okay, thank you. That's good. That's good.
Any questions?
Make a motion.
Motion by Gil, second by Bob. Those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed?
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.
No further items.
Motion to adjourn? Gil, second by Shaw.
house, where's that? Well, in
Those in favor?
Yeah.